Thank you very much. Is there a Stratocaster over there I could borrow for a minute? I'd just about be as comfortable doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to take a stand. That's what we're here for. And I'll tell you something. There's a dashboard video out there I really want to see.
Me too!
I want to see it. When Barack Obama was running for president, he said he would have the most transparent administration in American history. I would like to have the most transparent police department in American history. And I don't dislike the police. I listened to CJ this morning. CJ, where are you, sir? You still here? He's here somewhere. That was a great speech. And what he said about the police department was right on track. They're our first responders. They're who we call when we have a burglary or we've had somebody abuse our rights. They're who we call when we have a fire. But they must understand that they too are under our law. And our law, as CJ said, is something that is put together to limit our rights.
Yep.
But the Constitution of the United States was put together to limit the rights of the government.
Yep.
Specifically to limit the rights of the government. Now folks, when I was a kid, I loved to read comics. And I'm 63 now, and I love to read comics. And I still do. But when Batman would catch somebody, he would turn that person over to, quote unquote, the authorities. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Remember when you were a kid, you were taught that there was this great benevolent bunch of people called the authorities.
Yep.
And they never did anything wrong, and they were there to serve and to protect. Broderick Crawford and Highway Patrol, right on down the line, and Sergeant Joe Friday. And they never ever did anything wrong, and the authorities could be trusted. They were a step above us. They were the authorities. And the authorities start with your city council. How many of our authorities are here today from the city council? All this area city council people. Tim Davis is here from Temple. Anybody else? Woo! Is the mayor of Temple here today? Any of the other city council members? Where's the county judge? Are any county commissioners here? Is our state representative here? Is our state senator here? Is political correctness here?
Hell no!
Why aren't these people here? Ask yourself that. If you believe in the Constitution and you voted for people that believe in the Constitution, why in the hell can't they bother to show up?
Yeah.
So I'm a little mad. Thanks, Tim. Tim paid me $50 not to mention him. I'll give it back. I'm just kidding. I appreciate the fact that he's here.
Yeah.
That's one. Where's the rest of them? Now, ladies and gentlemen, the authorities, our police, our city council, our state legislature, our Congress, our Department of Justice, our Internal Revenue Service, sometimes the authorities get a little out of whack, do they not? Now, I began to notice this with the early Barack Obama scandals, where the authorities in Philadelphia watched members of the Black Panther intimidate people from voting and did not do a thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was scandal number one. And then we had a situation where, in the name of hating fossil fuels and oil, the Obama administration gave a lot of under-the-table money and preferences to green energy plants like Solyndra that turned around and wasted your money. And that was scandal number two. And thinking about guns here. A lot of us have guns. Mine's in my car. A lot of us have guns. The federal government has guns. They ran them illegally to Mexican drug cartels.
Yeah.
And do you know why they were doing that? They said they were doing that to trace these guns to catch these cartels, but they wanted to say after it was over, look at the violence all these guns cause. We've got to abridge gun rights. That's what that was for. And that was scandal number three. And then scandal number four, of course, is that Hillary Clinton who campaigned on the idea of she's qualified. When the 3 a.m. phone call came, it actually came. It was 2 a.m. And you know what it was? It was Barack Obama. And Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton said, we've just had 2 people die in Benghazi under our watch. What are we going to do? Oh, I know. Let's blame it on a video. And while they were concocting a story, 2 more Americans were killed in Benghazi. And that's scandal number 5. And then the Internal Revenue Service. I hate the Internal Revenue Service, and I say it on my radio show, and I don't care if they know it. I want them to know it. They're the American Gestapo.
Yeah.
They're evil.
Yep.
They're as bad as Nazi Germany.
Yep.
And now they're going to be in charge of enforcing our health care that our traitorous Chief Justice, John Roberts, decided was a tax. He had to decide it was a tax. Otherwise, it was unconstitutional, and he knew it. And that's, where am I? Scandal number 6. James Rosen is a guy who has committed journalism for Fox News. He was trying to find out stuff that the government was doing that they didn't want us to know, but that we should know. So they decided to go after his phone records and the phone records of his family. And I'll tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, there is only, to my knowledge, one profession expressly protected in the Constitution of the United States, and that's the press. That's the media. It's in the First Amendment. If you have your Constitution, go back and read it. The Bill of Rights starts with some great words. Congress shall make no law. And we need an adversary press. We need 6 and 10 o'clock newses locally that don't just show us video of car wrecks, but that show us malfeasance within government, if it exists.
Yep.
That goes and checks and goes through the file cabinets and develops sources like James Rosen was doing. Those people are called whistleblowers, and they keep our government straight.
Yep.
Because we can't vote them out if the media doesn't tell us that they're doing the wrong thing. And we don't know who to vote back in if we don't know who's not crooked. Now, folks, I told them I would be very, very short, and I'm going to be. I'm 5'9". But our president, Barack Obama, is a constitutional professor. And after Sandy Hook, he made some speeches about the Constitution, professing that he believed in rights. And I took some verbiage from those speeches, and I wrote a column that was printed in the Dallas Morning News. And Obama said, I want to make sure I get this right, that there are rights in our founding document. He said, there is the right to worship safely. He said there is the right to assemble peacefully. And Obama said these rights are threatened by the right to bear arms.
Bullshit!
That is, if you have the right to carry a gun, people can't worship safely, or people can't peacefully assemble safely. He's a constitutional professor, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the authorities that we have right now. And I got to tell you, I have a political hero right now. His middle name is not Hussein. My political hero, and the guy I'm going to support for president, unless something drastically changes, is a Hispanic guy. And his name is Ted Cruz. And I have never in my life made a vote that I have felt so confident about 6 months later as that vote for Ted Cruz. This guy has